beer, it's good for you. I'm empty-handed and I'm feeling blue, and I'm gonna drink till the day that I die.
You can treat beer as fine wine with fine dining. It's about your attitude, it's about the glassware that you use, it's about where you drink it, the occasion, what you're eating, what your mood is. So I'm as happy drinking a pint of beer in a pub on a Saturday as I am drinking it out of a champagne flute. Some people will say, oh, I don't like beer, I don't like the taste of it. But they haven't tasted it properly. Maybe it's the perception of beer that they don't like. We're going to taste 4 different styles of beer today, and we're tasting a very classic English ale, which is London Pride by Fuller's. This is a London brewery, absolute classic ale that you'd serve in a pint glass like this. And this is what you call a bitter, and the clue is in the name. And it's just a classic, easy drinking beer, wonderful, complex beer this is. What you get taste-wise from that, you get this caramel that I just mentioned. You also get the real biscuit malt flavours coming through, and also the delicious hops, which are fruity and citrusy. And then the yeast gives a wonderful orange blossom, marmalade-y sort of character to the beer. Now, I would actually start off any meal with India Pale Ale or some bitter sort of beer. And I'm serving this one in a champagne flute as an aperitif. Now, what bitterness does, it kickstarts the digestion. And we're all healthy because we've got a healthy digestion. So I'm putting my nose in there to smell it first, and it smells of tropical fruit, pineapple, resin. Oh, it's just completely sublime. Bitter, delicious. I can already feel my digestion thanking me. India Pale Ale, bitterness, crisp, really good with spicy food, excellent with fatty things, fish and chips or tempura, cheese, wine and cheese, no, beer and cheese, yes. This has got some fruit in it actually, that's why it's pink. This beer here is a Lambic. It's actually brewed in England, and it's England's or Britain's only true authentic Lambic. The brand is Coolship by Elgoods, which is a brewery in Wisbech in Cambridgeshire. And what makes this a unique beer in Britain is the fact that they have the Coolships, which are these very shallow fermenting vessels, so they can do an authentic Lambic. They can't call it Lambic because that's a Belgian style and that's their name for those types of beers, but it is a Lambic and it's a sour beer. It's really sour, it's so refreshing, so crisp. That really wakes up the senses, that does, and really, really drinkable as well. Sourness is really good as well, it's so refreshing with food. And again, I've talked about cheese and beer, that's very good at cutting through fat as well, but that would also be good with any seafood, light seafood, very good with desserts. Beer is fantastic with desserts and puddings, by the way, so that would be really good as a dessert beer as well. It'd be very good with goat's cheese. I'd have that with some sort of ham dish, or I'd have it with a chocolate tart, something really full flavoured chocolatey. Now that leads me on really well onto a stout, which is looking wonderful in that glass, isn't it? Stouts, that's a style of beer, and what you get from stout, dark stouts, because there are pale stouts as well, white stouts, but this is a dark stout, so what you get from this is coffee, chocolate, chicory, licorice, those sorts of flavours and aromas. This is really good with pudding, by the way. So you can imagine that with a tiramisu, with a treacle tart. Fantastic with Stilton cheese, because the saltiness of the Stilton is a contrast with the chocolate and the coffee of the beer. It looks wonderful as well in the glass, doesn't it? Fairly bitter flavoured. So you can have that also with sweet things to contrast your bitter and your sweet. But with savoury food, that would be really good with big, full-bodied, meaty dishes. It would go very well with mushroom, earthy mushroom dishes as well. The thing I say to people when they say, oh, I don't like beer, is just give it a try. because it's wonderful and it's a gift from nature.
Beer bottles for breakfast.